Hello, this is Maximum347 with another, well, I guess, super boss one of Final Fantasy X HD. And last time we defeated the Dark Shiva, but, however, that's when I feel like our luck is going to end now. You see, the other Dark Aeons are much tougher, and even with these stats we have, they might not be, they're not going to be enough against him, even though they are looking pretty nice. But off screen, what I did was I pretty much had around a sphere grid with everyone, not just my three main party members, because again, for that annoying trophy of maxing out a sphere grid. Now, what it means by maxing out the sphere grid, it doesn't mean like going around the sphere grid and just activating all of the nodes which are already in the game. It means making these empty nodes into stat nodes and then activating them. For every single empty node, you need to put a stat booster in here, then activate it for all your characters. For one character for that one trophy to max out sphere grid with one character, then you gotta do it for all the others to get max out sphere grid for all your characters. So yeah, it isn't just going around the whole sphere grid like this. No, you have to activate these empty nodes and put stats in them. However though, there isn't much, among a lot of empty nodes from places, there isn't not enough to like get all the stats we need. So what are we to do? And then all the stats we got weren't exactly the best. Like 4 is the max. Putting 4 points for whatever stat is like the highest you can get. So that's great. But 2, 1 or 2, not very good. 3 is okay, but 1 or 2, that's not going to cut it. So what do we do then? Well, as you see, I put everyone here because, and the thing is, when I'm maxing out my stats and stuff, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have everyone pretty much follow the exact same path all together, so that no one gets lost or confused. Everyone's stats are slightly different, and it's really confusing to keep track of everyone if they're all in different parts of the sphere grid. So I want to keep them all together as I examine, and yeah, you've guessed it, I'm going to examine every last stat boost and make sure that they are at least 3 or 4. If they are lesser, then I will get rid of them. How do you get rid of stat boosts, you might ask? Well, there is a way. After you pretty much call every single monster and unlocks almost everything, well, except for the final one in the original, which I'll make a separate video for that abomination. But anyway, once you can go to the item shop, and something becomes available. This, clear spheres. Clears nodes from the sphere grid. This is for stat boosts only. It isn't to clear ability spheres. That would be kind of a dumb thing to do. Even if you don't like some of the abilities, there's no point to clear them for stats. But anyway, I'm just going to give an example. So this was by 1. Now the thing is, since I'm clearing this stat, that means everyone that got +2 to magic will be pretty much a -2 now, and there'll be just a complete empty node. So, but instead we are going to replace that stat, which I don't like. Let's see. I'm going to replace this empty stat, which I don't agree with a better one. So I got rid of that. +2, it has now become an empty slot. Okay. So I'm going to instead replace it with a magic sphere, which instead gives me magic +4 as opposed to magic +2. Then it is a simple matter of using a mana sphere for pretty much everyone. Again, I am not going to be maxing out magic. I'm using this simply as an example, and it isn't really going to spoil anything because it's just replacing a stat boost with something even better. So it's not going to ruin my plans. I'm just showing an example of how I'm going to do this. If you have any stats which are +1 or +2, you want to replace them. Clear nodes are pretty expensive though, and making money isn't exactly the easiest thing. But yeah, there we go. Now we have +4 magic. Now the extra +2 makes it a +4 altogether. All the stats we get when it comes to all these spheres all give you +4. There's a chance it's going to be like +1 to +2. All the stat spheres will give you +4 of that stat. Very nice. HP and MP, I think the maximum. Actually, I have some HP and MP spheres. What are those ones? I'm not going to use them, but oh no. Oh, it doesn't tell me. I want the switch, but though it doesn't matter. But I'm not going to use them anyway, so who cares? But yeah. But That's basically what I need to do. Because the thing is, all these empty spheres I have, you could use them for stat boosts, but there's one stat which remains to be increased barely at all throughout the game. I'm talking, of course, let's see if I can find one. Oh, here it is. Of the look stat. Yeah, there's actually like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 look stats throughout the game, and only one of them has +4. Well, the others have +1 or +2 points in luck. So yeah, not very good. You definitely want to instantly replace all of these with luck nodes making luck +4. I managed to get a few luck nodes throughout the game anyway, so I can just do that off screen. But where do you get fortune spheres? Well, I'm not going to fight this monster because he's pretty tough, and I'm going to do luck last. But if you want to do it now and just do it along the way or whatever, if that's what you want to do, then the monster you need to fight, let's see. Well, pretty much all these speeches conquests have all your stat boosts except for luck nodes and fortune spheres. Yeah, you need luck nodes as well. Luck nodes ain't too annoying to get because again, I'm just looking through my notes. Because again, well, everyone shares the same sphere grid, so when you got the +4 luck node, everyone's gonna get that. The fortune spheres are the most annoying because you can't share fortune spheres. It's all, well, I mean you do share fortune spheres, but since it's like one for each character, it's going to be a lot more. It's quite confusing and annoying. But anyway, you need to go to Original Conquest, and the Earth Eater has the fortune spheres, and the Greatest Sphere has luck spheres. But I'm not fighting those, I'm saving these behemoths, okay, except for that one, that's a separate video, but these ones for another day. These are the truly tough of the tough. But as for your stat boosting ones, they're in Species Conquest. I'll put a link in the description below. Well, not a link. I mean, I don't need to put a link. No, I'll just tell you which monsters belong to which one have stat boosts we can do off screen. Let's see. Fenrir, Agility. 2x, I suppose. Yeah, it's 2x. It's Evasion. Hornet, Accuracy. Vidatu is MP Spheres, which I'm never going to use. One Eye, Magic Defense Spheres, which you actually want to do, because not just for the Magic Defense Spheres, but because that guy drops triple AP weapons, which I'll be talking about in a bit. Very nice to have. Jumbo Flan, it's the most annoying and awesome to fight. Has oh wait a minute. Oh. Wait. I thought Jumbo Flan dropped Magic Spheres. You drops Magic Spheres then? Is this wrong? That's odd. What's going on here? Usually Jumbo Flan is supposed to drop Magic Spheres. It says Mana Tablets here. That can't be right. I've got my notes wrong here? Huh. I'm going to check that off screen. Check that into that because I thought that was a different one. But anyway, then let's see. Tankit has Defense Spheres. Seesaw has Teleport Spheres. They're not stat boosts, but they're very useful for getting around the sphere grid in certain parts. Juggler has Strength Spheres, and Ironclad has HP Spheres. Odd. I thought Jumbo Flan had Magic Spheres. Unless it was Nega Elemental, but that says Twin Stars there. Why doesn't it seem right? One of these guys does drop Magic Spheres. I'm sure of it. Maybe the only thing I can figure out that maybe it's in the original instead. Let's see. No. No. God, of course there's something wrong with my notes in the freaking recording. But I know that one of these guys, either Jumbo Flan or Nega Elemental, adopts Magic Spheres. But again, I'm not going to be using those because magic isn't really important to me. So I'm not going to bother with that. But I thought I'd just tell you anyway for those who actually care about that thing. Magic I'm only going to use specifically for monsters which are going to be immune to physical attacks. Those are going to be the most annoying ones. Luckily you can bypass most of them with your overdrive, but you know, it's just so annoying. But I guess now waiting for the most important parts and the one which, you know, how do I grind for all these AP and stats and stuff. Of course, with these weapons. A weapon that has triple AP, overdrive to AP, and triple overdrive. You get the triple weapons from fighting One Eye. You have a problem with him. If you're not really as strong as me, or during that certain point, what you want to do is just keep level grinding in Omega Ruins. I did that quite a lot anyway, while I was catching all the monsters in the game. You can catch 10 of every monster anyway, as part of activating the last run. And doing so also activate all of the species conquest anyway, and all of the original creations and stuff. So yeah, that's time consuming and boring, but it has to be done. But anyway, that's how I managed to get a whole bunch of levels and stuff, because those guys do drop quite a bit, do give a lot of AP. Even if you don't manage to overkill some of them, which would be pretty tough without break damage limit, because some of them are beyond 9,999. I'm sorry if I'm a bit quick, but there's a lot to cover here, and I'm not going to go into too big detail, but I just want to give you a guideline of what I did. Then afterwards, you're going to need Comrade. You need Comrade on 2 allies, in this case it'd be on Riku and Waka, and then Stoic and Titus. Now this is actually important. You see, there are 2 level grinding tricks. One with the Cactus King, but I've never actually used that. The Don Tomboy is actually pretty much better. What you do with the Don Tomboy fight is that all of you have triple AP weapons equipped, including the person who's going to keep attacking him. What happens is that Titus will die, do the max amount of damage. If Titus is the one that's killed most enemies throughout the game, then he gets revived with one of these 2, doesn't matter who, then it's going to repeat. Then as soon as Tomboy gets close enough where he doesn't counterattack anymore, you run away. And when you do, you get a ton of AP. it's just so awesome. But unfortunately there is one other problem. You'll be running out of spheres super quickly. How do you do this? Very simple. There's another method of how this can be handled. And another monster which can help you out with this. Kotos. What you do is that when you fight Kotos, you use either one of the distillers, which you can buy right here. Then as soon as you defeat him, you, instead of getting 40 healing streams you usually get, you get 40 of either power, mana, speed, or ability. But sometimes, and this is annoying, you might actually only get 2 instead. Now you're probably scratching your head and thinking, why does that sometimes happen? Well, I actually figured it out. You see, all of these monsters that you fight, area, species, or original, there's a chance that instead of getting a certain stat boosting item or basically something used to help customize or use during battle with the use command, you will get 2 dark matters instead. It's a pretty rare drop though, and because there's something to get 2 dark matters, when you use a distiller, you get 2 of those spheres instead. That's why sometimes you only get 2. But the thing is, it's very rare. The chances that's always going to happen is extremely unlikely. But yeah, then I just went around the sphere grid like nuts and, you know, just went around and activated everything. The only thing I didn't activate was the Lux spheres because I haven't fought any of those creation monsters yet. The only monsters I have really fought, for the most part, are I fought with these. I've only fought some of these. I fought let's see, I fought checking base and spheres I got. I fought Hornet. I needed accuracy, and also Juggernaut for strength, because I was doing like Ixion, doing my fair recording. I had to get some more stats off screen. And I also fought Sleep Sprout for teleport spheres to help me with the grinding. Sleep Sprout is a piece of cake. You can literally one-shot that guy, and if you're in trouble, just use an Aeon on him. Seriously, he's like, I think he has the least health out of all of them. Yeah, he does! Oh, no he doesn't! Oh, Vidatu has the least health. But Sleep Sprout's still a piece of cake. But, yeah. But I'm not going to be doing all of these today, that'll just take too long. I'm going to focus solely on area conquest. So, let me just have a honest check at my, actually I'm not going to, oh yeah, I'm not going to, never going to anything, so I'm going to Comrade. My overdrives are full, that's white equipment. Yep, okay, I'm all set. I don't know what I'm worried for, because if I do something I would die, it's not a game over. if you get killed during these area conquests or fighting these enemies, you don't get a game over, you just go back to the screen. That's it, yeah. So you don't lose any progress or anything. But anyway, let's begin by fighting all these guys. Area conquest monsters are easy to get. It's easy to get one of every monster in all of these areas. And then the monster becomes available. So let's get this started, shall we? There we go, Stratovos. He can drop amulets, and for a price for knocking him, you get 99 stamina tonics. That's actually the best way of grinding for money. You put a stamina tonic on a tetra weapon, and which I bought in Kilika. Then I thought for like a ton of money, and I kept doing it over and over again. But this guy has, let's see, about 300,000 HP. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna waste my overdrives on this punk. And he's lowering. That means he's either low on health or he's almost dead. No, that means he's dead. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the zoo enemy. If it lowers, it flies off. If it flies down afterwards, it means it's pretty much dead. I don't know why it does that for some reason. It's really weird. There we go. That's one down. And my Morbo Menace. Oh, I hate this thing. I think for Morbo Menace, this is very important. He will always ambush you. Always. I have some with Ribbon, which means that I will take more status effects. But if you don't, what I advise you do is that you switch one member to Owen with his Celestial Weapon, which has First Strike. Then switch to someone else to help you protect you from his horrible breath attack, which does a bit of damage, but also does a ton of status effects. So yeah, it sucks. Just want to tell you that in advance. I think he always ambushes you. I don't remember him not ambushing me every time I fought him. Let's see. Yep, ambush, I knew it. And he's going to use Putrid Breath. And this to hurt everyone. Will give status effects except Riku, because I have Ribbon. Usually I use a bunch of remedies beforehand, and I was like grinding for mana tonics, because that method also works. So I just use a mana tonic, and then on a tetra weapon back in Kilika, then just sold it, and actually sold even more money. So it's really sweet. So it just gets used sooner than the person will return next. And there we go, that's it. The Morbo Menace though has 600,000 HP, that's quite a lot. But I'm going to be using Cricket though. Well, this is going to take a bit longer to do. Whoops. But yeah, with Clear Spheres, I don't think you can get rid of abilities with the Clear Sphere. I'm pretty sure that you can't do that. That could be wrong though. I see off screen, but I'm not going to actually do it. It's not going to get rid of any abilities. There we go. Yes, a mana tonic. Remember, there's a chance that you might get Dark Matters instead for all of these monsters, so remember that. And next we will be fighting Kotos. Actually, I can show you the method here for easily grinding for spheres to help activate in the sphere grid. So what you do is that it doesn't matter which one it is. I don't know. I guess speed, whatever. So there is speed sphere like so. Oh, he'll counterattack everything you do. Then what you do is just keep attacking him as normal. And as soon as you beat him, instead of getting those 40 healing springs, you will get 40 of that stat boosting note. Of those nodes you need. Those spheres. He has about, how much health? About 400,000 HP. Whatever. God, I have auto protect now, so it's not my wishful common. There we go. There, you get 40 of those spheres instead of 40 healing springs. That's why it's really good method helping grind spheres super quick. I had to do that as well along the way while I was just fighting through normally. I mean, not fighting through, I mean just trying to level grind. Okay, next is Kori Regina. Oh, Coral Regina. Oh, I think I know what this one is. This one. I got ambushed. Damn. But anyway, yeah. You can you can get ambushed by these guys. Annoyingly, which you don't want to do if you're with Don Tomberry, because he'll move one extra step, which means that you won't get as much experience during the AP grinding. So yeah. Oh, I got Dark Matters instead. There, that's what I was talking right there. Sometimes you get Dark Matters. Usually you get Shining Gem times 6. Do make sure you always examine the save point afterwards. Make sure you do that. Jormungand. Is it Jormungand? Is that it has about 500,000 HP. Yeah, that's how I made the critical instead. Criticals can bypass defenses and usually do a amount of damage. There we go. Easy peasy. Again, I'm making this looking for because of all the grinding I did with Don Tomberry. And also, oh, more diamonds. And also, I use a few stat boosts as well for my strength and accuracy, so that really helped me out. The only stat boosts I really used are the ones I got throughout the game. I haven't used any by grinding with any of these monsters here. Just the ones I got through the story and stuff, or a few mini games. That's literally it. No, not this guy. He doesn't have much health, but he's really annoying to go through. Screw it, I'm using an overdrive because it just takes too long. Oh, I know! I'll show you guys Blitz Ace. I managed to unlock it, so I might as well show it off to you. It's overkill, but I don't care. Energy range is just damage rolling these. There we go. There we go. Yep, this should do it. And okay. There. Bye. You only use overdrive in this guy because view a high evasion, and again my axe isn't that high enough yet, so you just use an overdrive. More dark matters? Huh. I do want to have one more person with ribbon though, so that'd be pretty nice. Oh, Espada. There we go. Let's see. Not much health, but it does drop something unique compared to other enemies. I think this guy has to counter-attack a lot as well. Let's see. Does he? Oh, he does. Ooh. He likes things with extra defenses. Yeah, I think his claw attack causes status effects. There we go, the rename card. That can be used to rename your Aeons. That's just use it on an Aeon, I suppose, and you just rename it. Abyssworm. I don't know this guy being too unique. He just drops stamina types though. Again, I could probably use that off screen to help grind for a bit more money. You're probably wondering, usually when you find these monsters, they look exactly the same, they have like a slightly different colour or something, or some auto abilities. So you're wondering, where did this guy come from then, if he's just the same as the original? Well, during the final part of the game, you have to collect those 10 annoying spheres. There's a chance you might come across this guy, but not as super strong. He just looks different. There's a different sort of sandworm. That's probably why you don't recognise his colour. But he's the only enemy in the game you don't need to catch, because when you fight him, it's in a place of no return, so you don't have to worry about it. Chimera guys. This will most likely be the very first monster you unlock, because during Harmlands you have to catch one of every monster, and you unlock him. It's actually possible to beat this guy super early, if you know how to fight quickly. Most of his abilities are elemental, so if you use neural ores in everyone or something, you could beat him. Ooh, return spheres. Those are also pretty useful when going for the sphere grid, so that's pretty nice. And a Don Tomberry. Notice that throughout all of them, he's the only one that costs 8,000 gold to fight, as opposed to the others. Okay, now I'm going to now you're going to see why this guy is really, really good. What you want to do is have all of them, have all these weapons equipped, as per se. Make sure that Titus is in stoic mode, or your character has killed most enemies throughout the entire game. Then you just press triangle to defend yourselves, like so. Then Don Tombo automatically counter with Karma, and that is times the amount of enemies you've killed. You want to do the maximum amount of damage of 99,999. That is very important. And with that, with triple AP and all of the AP going to your overdrive and triple overdrive, that will just boost your levels to insane amounts. It's just crazy good. Yep, always counter with Karma. Ouch. How much else do we have? It's about 400,000. Chimera gas had about 120,000, and Abyssum at 400,000, almost 500,000. So yeah, annoying, but again, you only attach one burst at a time, so Auto Phoenix stays dead. Listen, you beat him till he gets to you, just like all the other Tombos throughout the series. But we should do that way before he does, especially with auto hate and auto protect. Yeah. Obviously, the important thing, make sure you have enough Phoenix Downs as well, so that, you know, you can keep using Auto Phoenix. You can get some far-playing wins of beating that guy. Let's see. Almost done, aren't we? Yep. Lighting. Or next. Oh yeah, this guy is a bit annoying because as soon as you kill him, he will counter with Ultima. So what I'm gonna do is cast Shell on everyone, because I'm not sure if I managed the defenses of the par. There we go. Just better safe than sorry. I think I survived last time as well, even with Shell, but I can't remember, so I'm not sure. Yeah, Shell. And there we are. Alright then, let's attack. I don't really even need to use Quick Hit, but unless I was fighting the Dark Aeons. Oh no, I forgot his defenses. Okay, this is very important to talk about actually. Some of the monsters we fight will have like armor on them. The thing is, those like armor break or full break, they might not actually affect them in a way. So how do you get past it? How do you break this guy's armor and stuff if they are not immune to armor break, but using armor break itself has a very low chance? There are two ways. You can either use Arwen's Banishing Blade, which has like full break and automatic effect, or you can use these. Oh, whoops, use. And we look down here. Frag Grenades. Frag Grenades does damage and nullifies armor on all enemies. When you're using items like these, they have a 100% chance of causing a status effect if the enemy isn't immune to it. If the enemy is immune to it, then it won't work. I actually didn't try it with this guy. Let's see if is he immune to it? He's not. So in theory, by doing that, he no longer has any armor. So that means my attack should sound different now. Yes, it sounds normal and not like with a ting sound. That means I can do normal damage again. So I did it. I'm actually going to show you where you can get those frag grenades, because they can be useful against these same enemies. Those until you have max strength. Oh, he's using Ultima. Yeah, he does this when you automatically kill him. Oh wow, I had really high defenses. I don't even need Shell. Whatever. Nice. But yeah, I'm going to show you to frag grenades last after I finish with these guys. Let's see, Abaddon. Alright then. Almost done. Oh, there we go. Yep. So he's immune to elements. Of course he is. Oh, really? Your armor too? Screw it. I'm not going to waste my frag grenade on you. You don't have that much health. Screw it. I'm just going to use my normal attacks. Might not do as much damage, but it's still good enough. I just want to show it off an example, but I don't want to waste my frag grenades. There you go. I said that for the enemies that have like millions of HP. Also, all the armor these guys drop, you can actually sell them as well for some nice money too. And when you fight some of the original creations, those enemies, when they drop weapons and stuff or armor, they can be worth a lot of money as well. So it's a good way for us to grind full gil. But only when you're like really strong. Let's see. Oh, there's the last one. Ah, this is the guy I want to use. Yeah. Okay. Frag grenade. I think this will work. Oh no, he's immune to it? Okay then. Let's waste the frag grenade there. He counters a mortar every time. Of course he does. Then it makes more sense to use slice and dice. If you're going to counter like that all the time. Really? I don't have my strength to lift onto par yet. Got ya. Okay, so that one's going to be annoying to fight then. If you're that strength onto par, because you can't seem to bypass through his defenses. He's immune to armor break. Of course he is. But okay, I'm going to show you to get those frag grenades. First of all, you're going to want Master Thief. When you steal off this enemy, it's a wear steal. And Master Thief always lets you wear steal enemies' items. And managed to make Buccaneer with 30 pendulums. I got the 30 pendulums with the Chocobo Racing in Remian Temple. In the description below, I'll tell you how many chests you need to open and stuff to get it. And yes, I got that annoying trophy with it too. It's opening all the 5 treasure chests. Oh, it's so annoying, but I got it in the end. What you do is, you need to find an enemy called Splasher. And steal from them. Oh, actually, preemptive strike. That's fantastic. Then what you do is... you steal from them. I always manage to get around about 2 of them before they have their chance to attack. Also, because I equipped that instead, we can use enough haste, so there you go. She can have a turn sooner, and therefore steal more often. So you don't use mud because you don't want to kill him. Ooh, another frag grenade, excellent. Come on, I'm going to keep stealing until I get it, until at least get one more. Or until they have their turn. Yeah, the thing with steal is that the more you steal, less chance you can steal from the same enemy again. The first time was 100%, second time was usually 50%, and then I think the third time was 25%, and then this gets ridiculously low after that. Although maybe if it's a rare steal, it's probably less often, even though I'm super unlucky. Yeah, I only managed to steal 2. Jeez, yeah. I guess the rare steal must have a different criteria. Yeah, buyer counter, so, you know. Don't care, I just want to show you how to get the frag grenades. The only enemy of stealing frag grenades from is from those robots, the mech leader, the Gagaset, but you can't catch a mech at Machina in this game, so it's easy to get the splashes instead. But yeah, there we go guys. So I look like I rushed for a bit through some of them, but these guys aren't very tough. Even if they just go around the sphere grids and without And this is even, and I managed to beat these guys even before getting all these stat boosts with accuracy and strength to help me with Dark Elixir. And I still had no problem with them, not really, and all that. So it was pretty simple. Because I actually use overdrives a lot more often at the beginning until I was strong enough to attack them normally. Because Wacko and Titus overdrives was pretty good. But Wacko is the outright best, but yeah. But what am I going to do off screen? Well, off screen I'm going to be fighting these guys quite a lot to grind on certain spheres. I thought I saw a jumbo flan, or was it negative end? So one of them had the magic spheres. Yeah, I guess it must be wrong or something, but whatever. I guess I can check through. In fact, I think the only one I might not be fighting is jumbo flan because he's immune to physical attacks. But I already fought some of them. One I fought a ton, and I fought a bit of Hornet as well and Juggernaut for the action and strength. But I'm going to get the rest of the stats off screen, except for evasion and magic. Yeah, so when it comes to Jumbo Fan, I might only fight him like once or twice, but I'm never going to fight him again because I'm not going to max out my magic. That one of the magic is an example. But yeah, I'm going to get more spheres for the other stats. Then I'm going to go through the sphere grid a bit at a time and look through. Like here we go, got +2 strength and +2 in defense. I can change those to a +4. I'm going to do it with all my characters until those stats are maxed out. You can also check this way as well by pressing triangle to see if all your stats are maxed as well. So you can do that as well along the way. But it's not going to be exactly fun. But the good news is going through the whole sphere grid's already got my stats up to a pretty nice amount. Also, other thing, you don't need to max out every single stat. I've actually learnt this while I was doing the research. When it comes to agility, apparently only about 170, which all they have for Riku. Because after that, all the other stats to agility is just the chance that you'll have your turn first. So I might not even need to grind that much for agility as well. I might need to do it like 2 times at the most or something. To about 172 or something. Or whatever, about 2 or 3 and then that's it. Also the fact, I'm only focusing on getting max stats for Tidus, Riku and Waka. I don't care about these guys. They are going to get max, they most likely will get max stats as well, because I have to get all the stats for these guys, but I'm not going to specifically focus on them. They're just along for the ride, grabbing all the sphere grids along the way as I change them. It's Tidus, Riku and Waka who are an influence. So I'm going to grind until I have a lot more, until my strength is back. Stats shouldn't take too long. Defense, magic defense, agility, and accuracy. Luck on the other hand, I'm going to have to save to, I'm going to have to do a separate video on that. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy this. I know I said I wasn't going to do species to area conquest, but I figured since they're not very tough fights anyway, and I might just get them out of the way. But next time I eventually done with my stat boosting, which again is going to take a very long time, I'm not going to lie, I will go to Species Conquest and fight these guys. I haven't even fought them yet, I've only fought some of them, so doing it off screen is a good idea too. I can check the best strategy to beat these guys. Because you can fight as many times as you want, there's no point just doing it the first time to make it hard for myself. With that, it is Master 347. Game fights an IGD platformer. Stay classy.